What's going on, guys? This is Joey. I'm coming at you another video today. So today I'm going to actually move these guys out into the rack system, along with moving some of the other fry from the other tank to this to be a grow out tank. But before we go ahead and move these guys, I need to actually clean up the rack outside. Alright guys, so we're outside in the rack system, and right here is the Swordtail tank. This is going to be kind of split a little bit. So what I'm going to actually do is, because I've been having issues with growing out these plants and these rainbows kind of just eating them and just kind of digging them up, I'm actually going to move the rainbows from this tank to the bottom tank down here, just because this tank has a little bit more durable plants and they're all really established already down here. As you can see, full carpets. So I only have a couple swordtails down here that are male. So I'm going to move the males up into this tank. This tank right here will be the female tank for the swords. There's only one male. I'm trying to get the red color in the actual offspring, so I'm going to keep him there. But I'm going to keep this as a male swordtail tank, move the rainbows down here to a more established tank with all the plants already established, allow the plants up in here grow out. So that is the plan before we go ahead and move the swordtails from the inside out to here. So let's go ahead and first move the rainbows from up top to down there. And as you can see here, the rainbows are starting to settle in a little bit. They kind of went to the darker area just because they're kind of new to the tank still, but a few of them are out and about in the front there with the light. So we'll give them a couple of days to kind of get familiar with the new environment here. All right, so now it's time to catch these guys to put them outside in the rack. Now this piece of wood here is gonna get in the way and kind of block everything, which kind of sucks. But I think that we can actually move it and throw it back together in one piece without any issues, because this is just being held by this one piece of rock, which I can adjust. And yep, this other piece of rock right here. Alright, we can do it, guys.
My head up high. Now I know I can't take it anymore.
Alright, so here are the swordtails. There's actually 3 male in here that I need to separate into the other tank before I go ahead and put the rest of them in this tank here. Alright, so let's go ahead and move some of these little guys into the other tank. I'm only going to separate the bigger ones. As they get a little bit older, I will start moving these guys back out into the rack system. As you can see, a lot of these guys in here are a lot more red. And that's kind of like the color I was kind of going for, was this dark red. So I'm going to go ahead and start trying to get to these guys. Alright, so while I was at it, I just decided to remove the rocks just because it was kind of getting in the way. The branch was kind of getting in the way. I might actually end up putting the branch back, but we'll see what for now. I'm just going to go ahead and put the fish in here. Let them kind of acclimate into this new environment. Kind of reshuffle a lot of the gravel here, replant a lot of these plants, and then we'll go from there. Alright, so it's been a few hours since the tank has been kind of just mini rescaped and whatnot. So a lot of the debris has been settled. So it's a little bit more clear. A lot of the fish are coming out and about here. As you can see, they're swimming. They're really colorful. They're really nice. This is going to be a grow out tank for them. So they're going to have plenty of room, plenty of time to grow in this tank. And plus this tank is CO2, so it's going to be kind of a transition for them to get used to the tank outside. So that's really the big update for this week. There is actually 2 more things that I need to do that I'm going to just really quickly pan over and show you guys what I'm doing just for kicks. Alright, so just quickly, this is my zebra pleco tank. I'm going to go ahead and actually reduce some of the actual caves so that I can kind of get a couple of these plecos to kind of try to either force to share a cave or to try to kind of meet each other, because it looks like each one of these guys has their own cave and they probably don't ever have face-to-face time. So I'm gonna actually remove a lot of the bigger ones. So these two here in the corner here, and there's one more on the other side. I'm gonna remove those. I'm gonna keep the little one because the little one's actually perfect size for the zebra plecos to actually breed in. Alright, so we're really just down to those two caves, and then they have the condos for the little guys to kind of just like sneak up in and just kind of hide in. But the little bigger guys, hopefully they will fight for those two caves, and then hopefully they'll actually interact with each other a little bit more. Now the last thing I want to try to do is this experiment. I want to see if I'm able to grow these swords immerse. I had a couple comments a while back asking, you know, if these can be grown immerse. And I believe they can. It's just I've never done it before personally, and I've never actually seen people do it just because these swords are actually kind of hard to do anyways, or hard to get. So this is my original mom that I actually, you know, split multiple plants from, and it's starting to kind of, you know, fade and die. I think this is actually a great transition for this plant because a lot of these old leaves are going to be cut, and with immerse growth, they need to grow new leaves anyways. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and take the mom, cut it in half, because maybe we can get probably about half of that. I'm gonna replant the mom back into here. I'm gonna take a small portion of that and try to grow it immerse. Alright guys, so I cut out the sword here. It's just a very small portion. Again, this is an experiment. I didn't want to commit the actual other one because it was actually growing a new little leaf here. It's actually a nice, we've got a couple good roots here. New root system actually coming out in this area. This leaf is kind of useless. I'm just going to put it down here and see what happens with the leaf. If it actually starts dying, I'm going to go ahead and trim it completely off and let this grow a new one. So right now I just have a tub of just normal dirt soil that you can get from Lowe's, Home Depot, or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and just directly plant this in like so. Plant it kind of deep just because these guys do grow kind of big. Alright, so next thing I want to do is I'm going to water it down. I just got some water here. I'm going to just fill this bucket up with water. It's slowly going to compact in terms of the soil here in a little bit. It's not going to instantly form here. Again, this dirt is going to float. A lot of it's going to float here. I'm going to fill this up, make sure it's moist, and then when I close this lid here, it's going to act as a like greenhouse humidifier. It's going to keep, you know, the plant nice and moist while it transitions. I'm going to fill it up kind of about an inch. I'm going to get another cup of water. Alright, so I haven't shown you guys my immerse setup in a while, but pretty much I'm using the same light. These are the max specs that I had left over from my 125 gallon. It's just sitting across on a table. I do have another light sitting here, but pretty much all these are immerse tubs. A couple of them are sitting closer to the window where it's getting extra light. And then this tub here, I'm going to just grow just some house plants. I have some other seeds that aren't aquatic related. I'm just going to be trying to grow some of those. And I'll place that closer to the window to just get natural light. But yeah, this is, you know, pretty much my current immerse setup. I was using the 33 gallon long before, but I went to this because I ended up using the 33 gallons. So I hope you guys enjoy this week's update. If you guys aren't subscribed yet, make sure you guys subscribe. And like always, until next time guys, peace.
Thank you.